Hey guys, it's Mike the Wrestling Godsmith, and you guys are watching All in Wrestling, the premier YouTube wrestling, the YouTube that focuses on NXT, AEW, and many more. So, like I said, guys, this video tonight is actually not from my SmackDown review. This is about the releases that AEW just really made 5 hours ago today. And I apologize for my voice and my outburst, but I just found out that through Wrestling Observer, through Dave Meltzer, that AEW just released Jimmy Havoc, pretty much Jimmy Havoc, Rhea Presley, all these other superstars they have released. So pretty much, and I've got one thing to say to this. I'm gonna say this one thing. What? You hear me, guys? What? Because I'm like, why would you release Jimmy Havoc? He was good. So he couldn't have been a champion right now, but he would have became one. So you guys are going to release Bea Presley because of some idea, because maybe, I don't know, because she's working Stardom and AEW? But you know what's funny? AEW claims, and this is the thing, I never talk bad about AEW because I usually give them the benefit of the doubt because they give us really good people. And I'm thinking this is kind of a contract issue where TK, which is Tony Khan, is not giving them more money. Because you know what? This is classic WCW. Why I say this, guys, is because, look, remember how, like, in WCW when NWO was coming in and everybody had a creative control clause, so they would go back to WWE at the time? See, AEW, that means Brie Presley's probably going to go in New Japan or stick with Stardom. Because the way they're doing it, what is wrong with them? Jimmy Havoc was AEW. He can't go to NXT. He can't go to the WWE. He can't go. Because the mindset is maybe, I don't know. Their mindset is maybe we can make him a star, but we really can't make him a star. Or they'll sit there and ride the guy. Because you know what's funny? AEW is supposed to be the new standard of wrestling. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's bad enough. It's bad enough that we get dudes from WWE coming in to AEW. Now you're going to get rid of the AEW, which means WWE is going to take them and use them and make them probably cheaper. But you know what's funny? AEW claims to be the new standard. It's supposed to be the new generation of wrestling, the next generation, what WWE claims never to be. Because you know what? Wrestling Observer was right. AEW is the new standard. Because they're taking whatever made WCW great, the same two people that they fired from WCW. Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone, making them the greatest wrestling commentators in the world. And yet, is that it's supposed to be the new practice of wrestling. It's supposed to be the new standard of wrestling. We're supposed to be in the next level of wrestling, and we're not. Because you know what's funny? With AEW, we are there. We were there. We had basically guys coming from WWE getting a better start than they did. Because what's even, and this is not a rant video, guys, I'm just explaining it. See, what's next? You're gonna get rid of Orange Cassidy, Best Friends, Private Party, Butcher and Blade, Tully and Lance, and Sean. What are you gonna do? Jake? Really? And the crazy thing is, through all of it, through all the deplorableness, through all the stress, money, handbags, death, anything in the planet, these people don't understand. This is the point. If AEW is supposed to be the new standard of wrestling, why would you get rid of people? Bea Presley, I understand because she's in Stardom, but that doesn't excuse it. You could have used Bea Presley to get Will Ospreay, which I think he would fit. If I was Cody, I would have used that. But you know what? I digress. See, I've been giving this company, and I've been waiting for this company to kind of make their opportunity and make their name for themselves, and that's what they've been doing. See, when we first heard of AEW, we didn't even know if they were going to show up and make a TV deal. But yet, they're the freaking most successful company on the planet. That's the sad part. We got guys in there who are coming from WWE to get better paychecks, to get better money, to get better deals, to be more lucrative in the wrestling business. And there's no Eric Bischoff. There's nobody like Eric Bischoff running ruining the product. That's the sad part. So my question would be, why would you get rid of Jimmy Havoc? Why? Because he's not selling, or is he not doing nothing because of the COVID? Because we can't. Because they're a big company. My thing was, why did you make them a tag team with Kip Sabian and make them a super bad tag team? Why did you do that? No, but you know what? This is AEW's booking. This is AEW's fault. Yeah, I said it. Fault. Because you know what, guys? Like I've said before, why is it that every time we get something in AEW, or anytime AEW tries to do better than NXT, they end up dropping the ball? They're going to end up dropping the ball next week. Because the saddest part of all of it, because you know what? There are a ton of people, not even at AEW, that should be there. You give contracts away like candy because you're giving it to Cody. You're giving it to him. Because you know what? He's the CEO. He's the chairman of the company. How the heck is he not bringing these dudes in? And my brain would have been like, dude, maybe I can book them. Maybe I can not be like a Vince, but maybe I can use them and put them in storylines that actually matter. No. Brie Presley, which you could have used to get Will Ospreay, which is he's a highly sought after talent, just like CM Punk is. Just like Rey Mysterio is. So the funny thing is, wouldn't I want to take a guy from New Japan and put him in AEW? Or give him a shot there? No, but you know what? This is what I was saying with AEW before, when they first started. How are they going to accommodate all these wrestlers on their ranks? How are they going to accommodate them? Because some of them are going to want more money. Some of them are going to want to be boosted up. Some of them are going to want to be champion by the end of this year. And I see it. It's a literal... This is what I was saying 2 years ago. What I was saying with John, what I was saying with Matt, what I was saying with the Young Bucks, what I was saying to these guys. When I was sitting there thinking about it, looking up this stuff like you guys were, when I was sitting there wondering what were they going to do? And now my brain's telling me that Tony Khan has lost his mind. See, I digress, guys, and I never say this. AEW does a fantastic job with their talent. Whether they're putting them on championship runs, whether they're in a great storyline, whether there's rivalries, or whether they're doing the women's division, which is great. But here's the bad side of AEW that everybody else doesn't really see. Everybody wants to put over one person, or everybody wants the elite to be put over, but they're not. Which is kind of disturbing. Here's the thing. Bea Presley, I get. Bea Presley, she's in Stardom. Okay, she's probably got to deal with Stardom, another 2-year deal, another long-term 2-year contract with them, because that's how New Japan and Stardom work. Because I learned it from Kenny Omega, really. And you know what's funny? Jimmy Havoc, what is he gonna do? So rather than try to make that dude a general manager, or rather put him in the scenes of AEW, make that dude a star. Is he injured? Then you got to put him on the shelf. But if he's not, don't get rid of him. Don't. Because you know what? What are we doing? What is AEW doing? Do they realize that's going to ruin their company? It's going to ruin the image that we see of them? That's the point. We're supposed to see if these dudes can actually hang with the big boys with the WWE. And that's the sad part. Everybody who goes from ex-WWE stars that are going to AEW end up going there because they get fired from WWE because, look, that's the thing. So, pretty much from what I know, from what I'm understanding here, from what I heard, and I'm sorry, guys, listen, and I'm going to say this one thing, too. I'm also going to say this, is that I'm an AEW fan just like the rest of you guys. I want to see them succeed and actually stand the test of time. Where it's not like WCW in the year 95. Not like WCW, not like ECW, who died in the middle of 2001. I want them to stand and live and do what they do best by winning the world off. Because if they actually get down, if they actually pull in their guts, if they actually get the taste of blood out of their mouth, they can actually win a game. Because the sad part is, they're actually going to win. Sad part is they're actually gonna do it because you know what's funny? All those dudes, the two dudes that they're gonna release, he's gonna come back. They're gonna let him come back because you know what, Cody. This is what I was saying. This is what I was saying months and 4 or 5 months ago when I was sitting there wondering what were they gonna do with Mox. What were they gonna do with Mox? What were they gonna do with the FTR? What were they gonna do with them? What were they gonna do with Private Party? See, this is what I mean, guys. And I say this with 100% conviction in my voice. And I'm not making this a long video. I'm just saying, them firing people is the wrong way to go. Okay, I can see WWE doing that because they're idiots. Because their creation team is run by a 70-year-old man who's out of touch. But you know, you got a guy like Chris Jericho, you got a guy like Sammy Guevara, you got guys in there who know the wrestling business. You literally had Kenny Omega and Hangman and the Young Bucks running the show with Ring of Honor. What do you want them to do? This is the thing when I was saying to you guys. So my brain would be like, why? Because there is nothing they can do. I understand that because AEW has so much rock, so much good talent, so much talent that's probably oversaturated with talent. Just like when they tried to do the brand split in 2002. See, and I would let Jimmy Havoc go to Impact, but why would you let him go there? Let him go to a second-rate wrestling company? Impact is they're not even going to be able to handle him. They couldn't even handle EC3, and the sad part, he ended up going to WWE, trying to get paid, he goes back to Impact. But my brain would have been like, yo, why don't you go to AEW? Why did Tyler Breeze go to AEW? Because he's actually good? Or him and Fandango could have went and actually got a better gimmick and actually did their own thing and not be misused. But you know what? They're probably going to end up going. They're probably going to end up being the greatest thing in the world. But my thoughts are the same like anything else that I've learned over the years. AEW is going to be that company that wins the Wednesday Night War by one or two things. Either Mox is not going to get tired of being champion, which I can see he's not, because they're going to try to put him against anybody they can think of, meaning MJF, because MJF wants to be there, because he's not going to get tired of being there. Wardlow's not going to get tired. See this? NXT brings in so much new talent. And there's the problem. If they got men of the main roster, it would be a chance for them to be a physical company without the main roster. But they need it, though. And AEW doesn't need a main roster. They already have one. They have a freaking women's division that actually does better. A men's division that is actually doing fantastically well, just like in NXT. They're not being in goofy storylines. They're not being in gimmicks. They're not remaking their gimmick or remaking their entrance or remaking themselves, reinventing themselves to stay lucrative. Because it's solely sad. But like I said, guys, the firing doesn't make sense. And I usually don't say anything, but I'm going to say anything anyway. Because, you know, okay, why are you going to get rid of Jimmy? Why? Is there nothing? Is there nothing to do? Then did he ask for his release? Because I know you're going to ask for it, so I'm pretty sure Jimmy didn't want to do that, or they didn't pay him enough. So I'm pretty sure he left and said, screw AEW. I'm not going to need you then. Screw All Elite Wrestling. I don't need you. I'll find something else to do. But anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.